Hello, this is Shmuel from Shmuel's Trains and Gaming. I have produced a series of videos for Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. I'm currently playing the Resurrection series. I have a lot of time on my hands in spite of a full-time job that is sucking down 60 hours a week. I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything, my groceries are delivered, so I've been playing Battlestar Galactica Deadlock on my free time. And I've developed some cool tactics. They're not the best, but they're interesting. So I'm going to do this without music. If people want music, they should say in the comment section they want music. If they want more, I did not take audio from the game. I think it's a distraction. I will give commentary on cool things I'm doing. Right now you see me setting up the ships and changing their directions in order to show broadside. Most of the colonial ships in this game produce excellent broadside guns. It's not like the Battlestar Pegasus in the series, which its forward guns led to Battlestar charges. This is a different era, and most of the weapons are best on a broadside basis. Now, the forward guns on the Ranger class are very good, and you can charge in there, but the Ranger class takes a lot of damage very quickly. So you're going to see I'm not consistent, but I basically do the same thing almost every time. I jump into the scenario, I select all ships, I change to maximum attack vector. That gets you the best maneuvering and it gets you the best aiming of weapons. If a ship gets hacked, I switch it to full defense in order to keep the firewall under control and solid. So my weapon of choice, and it'll change over time as I produce these videos, because I'm going to probably produce a lot of these videos. It slows me down from playing, having to produce the videos. Are torpedoes. They're not guided, they're not accurate, but every once in a while you score a big hit on a base star or something and you knock it out before it gets close. And it's very good once you're engaged in battle for long range shots to hit a Cylon ship from far away with as less damage. I use ships with flak. I use seeker squadrons to defend my fleets, because without these tactics, the Cylons kick my butt. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of different tactics you can use in this game. My tactics are not the best. I accumulate good Tillium, I accumulate good fleets, and I progress through the game. Some of the challenges in the previous games took me 5 or 6 tries to get right. I will admit to you, I will show you my failure videos. I will also probably make cuts to the videos if the the YouTube 15-minute limit is imposed upon me and I can't upload the entire videos. I really try and knock these things off in less than 15 minutes, but sometimes the battle against a large Cylon fleet takes longer. I will, at the end, you can skip it if you want, play without commentary. The game's view or replay. The replay shows from a more theatrical standpoint what happened, but it's also cool, and you see the tactics working. And you'll see that I'm generally starting out the first round with a torpedo barrage from 2 or 3 ships to the biggest target I can get on a straight line. Torpedoes are easy to evade, they're not guided, but you can't lock on missiles from long distances, and you can lock on torpedoes. And every once in a while, 1 in 5 times I'd say, they fly right into it and it gives you a major advantage. I have taken out a Cylon fleet with these tactics with 11,000 points, and my fleet had less than 7,000 points due to the playing the admiral level of the game, grinding me down. Fleet Admiral, I can't handle yet. My tactics aren't good enough to survive that. But I'll try a campaign with that unless I get tired of the game, tired of producing videos. So you see what's happening here. I've got the broadside set up. I'm setting up flak. You will notice I often forget to turn off flak when I fire torpedoes, and the flak eats the torpedoes. You gotta turn it off. Unless your flak is on the right and you're shooting to the left, then you can get away with it. It all depends on the angle. But if the angle of the torpedo to the Cylons is through your flak field, you gotta turn it off. Here you go. I don't think this one actually hits anything, but you see it comes really close, and bam! Oh, it does. That is not a base star. I believe it just completely took out a 45-point Nemesis ship. That ship is dead and gone. It's never seen it at night. But that is an odds changer. Now, I'm purposely building up a strategy here. I've got the main fleet with BHE 75 with Silas Nash as the commander. He's good for 8,000 points now, and that way you can maximize your fleet. I have built up a fleet by the name of Eva Yevka Lawson, who is the character from my book, which is being published chapter by chapter at BattlestarMercury.com. That is fan content. I'm not intending it for any commercial purpose. I just like writing Battlestar Galactica stories, so I do it. I have discovered that in order to collect all the rewards in the pre-first mission of Resurrection, that I need 2 fully capable fleets. I'm building a 3rd fleet in case I ever run into a situation where I've lost too many ships and I can't replace them. And I need a stand-in fleet. So I'm now going to be quiet and let the video play. I'll make comments as it comes. Now, I guess I'm not going to be quiet because I'm continuing to speak. But I operate the camera. I try and get looks at cool things. You're about to probably see a ship get whacked. Maybe I'm just looking for a target right now. I don't know. The munitions in this game cannot, unless they're torpedoes, target ships that are not defined, that you don't know what they are. And torpedoes are the worst for targeting stuff. But when you hit home with the torpedo, you smack down the other side and you change the odds. And the way to win this game is to concentrate your fire and take out targets. You have to prioritize. You see a dangerous target, you got to take it out fast. Now, one thing I do, as you'll see in later videos, is I go after hackers. I concentrate my fire on hackers. I can be sitting in front of a base star group, 2 full-size base stars, or an Argos 260 base star, or whatever it is, and I will target hackers because they knock down my systems and they knock my ships offline, and they change the odds in the Cylon factor. You look in the upper center part of the screen, there is a huge flak or chaff area set up by seeker squadrons. I just set them up. Sometimes I make them defend a ship that leads the way, but that leaves that ship partially undefended. And it also makes it difficult to use flak without hitting the seekers. I try and move them alongside the fleet as they broadside the Cylons. You see right now I'm making a turn. That is the Battlestar Galactica. The first, I think, 7 videos are Galactica. Now, he's turning around to get a better shot at a target that is probably hacking. If you see the upper left-hand side, you see a red line from that Nemesis to one of my ships. One of my beautiful ships is being hacked, and if I let it be hacked and I don't do anything about it, it eventually loses fire control, it eventually loses armory, and eventually they can actually blow it up. You've got to stop the hackers. I have experimented with using Raptors to boost firewalls. It doesn't work very well. They get shot down when you try and move them from one ship to another. And the Cylons aren't stupid. They don't go after a ship with a Raptor stuck on top because they know it's got extra firewall protection. They go for the weak ship, or they go for the Battlestar. So here you see me getting out of a collision. I am not very good at driving these ships. I have to make frequent adjustments. This makes these movies long and difficult to watch. But instead of having the ships run side by side, I run them up and down vertically so they can have the same firing solution and concentrate their fire. The key, I think, to anything that I've won in this game is concentration of fire. Get a bunch of ships shooting. So one of them's got a good angle. Also, you know the guns on top of a Battlestar are awesome. You try and lower your Battlestars and get a firing solution on the upper guns. The Battlestar you're seeing now is the MK2, which Galactica was refit to, which looks like Galactica from the series. The earlier Battlestars had 3 connectors to the launch bays, which you never see in the series, as far as I can tell. That's just a canon discussion that's beyond the scope of this video. So there are 2,700 points out of 8,000 max you can do for a fleet in this game. I don't know why the Cylons can have 11,000 and I can only have 3,000. I've wondered about that. Now you see basically here a Nemesis getting whacked by torpedoes again. Maybe it got hit by fire for the torpedoes, but those torpedoes are on target. My ship composition, my ideal fleet is a single Battlestar. You put 2 Battlestars together, they use up half the points. They're slow, they're not maneuverable, and they can't lay down fire as much as smaller ships with less armor protection, and they're not as maneuverable. So I take a Hercules, 2 1250 Hercules, and then 950 950 Rangers, along with Minotaurs, just because they have a massive output fire capability. I apologize for my cough. I do not have COVID-19. I have allergies, and allergy season is just kicking my butt. And I'm not going to try and do a lot of takes in this video. This is a one-take video. I got 9 to put out today before I'm going to let myself play the game or actually connect back into work and continue building servers. I work for a healthcare company that now insures 1 in 15 Americans, and we're predicting a wave of claims coming in due to this COVID virus, due to unemployment, making people eligible for the ACA. It's an economic shitstorm out there, and I'm working long hours to try and do that. So I'm working hard and I'm playing hard. So I don't know what's happening right now. I still haven't shut up. Maybe it's time to shut up. I can see from this video that I need to zoom in more when I'm doing these setups so you can see them more easily, but I will try and explain them to you. You see my, I am now targeting a Nemesis. And that Nemesis is not usually going to last very long. So let's just see what happens to this Nemesis. As the videos get better, trying to target somebody else, but he's in a nebula cloud and won't be targeted. So I keep trying and trying and trying to get that unidentified. Oh, I'll mention something else that I do quite regularly. I send my Vipers off to do recon. I have them go up and sniff the enemy's fleet and combat it so that the targets become defined. That lets them that gets me more accurate telemetry, and I'm able to target them from long range. My whole premise right now, and I'm sure it will change, is to get torpedoes on a target from as far away as possible to avoid getting in close, getting hacked, and losing ships. You'll see I lose ships. Usually due to my own mistakes. There's a torpedo barrage complete in this. Now this is a turn-based game, so I like to, when I pick a target, hold the cursor over it so I can watch its hull numbers reduce usually pretty quickly when concentrated fire is laid on. I'm sure that's annoying, but you won't see that if you watch the movie at the end of the entire battle. Again, I plan on editing this video if YouTube forces me to reduce it below 15 minutes. I don't know where I'll take footage. That's going to be hard, but I'll find a way to take footage. Most people go for a 27-minute limit, 30-minute limit on these videos, and I just recently got my account authorized to do videos longer than 10 minutes. I think my limit is 15 minutes. So I'm going to run into trouble on this. And I'm just going to have to make cuts. And there's a lot of boring stuff in here. I mean, I can talk and make it seem interesting, but I can make, I can make HPUX, auto port aggregation networking, sound interesting too. So Nemesis firing missiles. You see, he's almost whacked. The Vipers are taking him out. Vipers can take out ships, but it's slow and it's tedious, and it wears down the Vipers. I generally have two things I do. I identify all the ships. I select, then I pull out and I pull back and I make a screen. You will see in these videos several occasions where if I properly position my Vipers, they take out inbound missiles, just like Starbuck in the miniseries. Pardon my allergies. And the mission is done. I killed off the Cylons. Now you will see without audio commentary, usually I may drop something in. There's something I'm going to cut. My video switching. So we definitely got what we're going to cut from this video. And we're going to cut the black. What should come next in this video, and if not, this is going to be a quick end, is the replay that you're allowed to do. I don't always do it. This one was a pretty boring battle. I think it was 7,800 against 2,000. And if that happens a lot, I'm going to stop producing videos for those low-end situations. I'll fight them. There's no auto resolve like there was in the earlier two games, the Sin and Sacrifice timeline and the original game timeline. It looks like we just got black happening here, so I'm gonna cut the video down to size and make it bite-sized. Thank you very much for listening to my video. Subscribe. I am working on the trains, by the way, but I have a problem. I have to risk my life to go, and I have health conditions that make me more vulnerable to COVID-19. So in order to go to Lowe's and pick up lumber to finish putting up guardrails to catch trains when they have derailments on the upper level, I need to basically risk my life, and I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to wait. I've got masks. I'm going to try and get a better mask, and that's it. This is black. This video has to end. Goodbye. Thanks for listening. Subscribe. Press the little bell if you want to be notified of other uploads.